At my old dealership of nearly 2 decades, we did all of the new vehicle deliveries on the showroom floor. Being inside, it wasn't long before I noticed a trend that grabbed my attention. The deliveries were taking a long time. We're talking 40 to 45 minutes or more. Not only that, but in the late stages of this endeavor, I would hear statements like, "Wow, no kidding. I had no idea this car did all that. If I had known it did all that, I would have bought that warranty from that guy in there. Oh well, too late now. Let's wrap this up so I can get out of here." Ugh. Talk about a moment. And you can forget about bringing them back into the business office to sign up for a service contract at this point. That train has left the station. They just want to get out of there. Chances are, of course, that this affects your store as well. I'm convinced the more time someone invests in selling an item, the less time is spent negotiating. I can't remember the last time, if ever, that I saw an ad placed by a sales manager for an expert negotiator. They're always looking for good salespeople. However, what salespeople often evolve into is someone who gets smart and whose practices and processes devolve into one of protracted negotiations. The more time spent haggling, the lower the gross/paycheck, but we see it all the time. Salespeople oftentimes don't even realize that this has happened to them. By constructively pointing out this fact in the next sales meeting, everyone benefits, including the guest. SSI scores may even improve. Here's how. Simply draw a line that looks like the following and ask the salespeople where to put the break in the line. How much of the time should we invest in selling the vehicle, and how much should we spend in negotiations? Another way to improve their results is to ask the salespeople to consider how their trades are addressed. Do they tell their guests, "I'll be right back, I've got to go get some information off your trade"? Perhaps instead they might consider, "Folks, come sell me your old car." Explain to them that they won't believe the effective power of this statement when combined with silently touching all the flaws on the vehicle. Guest in tow. This adds tremendous credibility to the used vehicle valuation and again reduces time spent/wasted in negotiations. While we're on the subject, do the salespeople have the opportunity to sell a protection package? If so, they are easily able to parlay the information gathered during the silent appraisal process into a features/benefit correlation with their guests. Something like, "Folks, even though you've made a tremendous deal for yourselves, this is a large investment to be sure. Instead of having to accept the damage like you had on your old vehicle from we'd like to give you even more for your old car next time." Sound good? Obviously, the point to all of this is that we can change the conversation from that of, "Why didn't you explain all the high-tech features to Mr. and Mrs. Smith before they came to my office?" to something far more constructive. They, like us, cannot stand to be browbeaten, nor should they. Consider taking the high road. Let's give them some advice that will make a real contribution to their income, the satisfaction of their guests, and the front end in general. It will pay huge dividends. Think about it. Good luck and good selling.